let's go back in the music. As always, a lot of new music for this evening.
Yo, that was the Evidence joint you just played, right?
Yeah, that was, yeah. I don't need
very,
love. So.
Very dope. Yeah, Ev is definitely like becoming one of my favorite MCs out there right now. Word up! Shout out to Ev, the whole Dilated crew. Let's get back into some music.
Okay.
And I'm on the Evidence project too. But we did a banger, so it's gonna be coming through.
Yo, man. What is good? It is the O Show. Hope you're doing well. On this Tears Day evening. I gotta be real on it. I had a badass day. Got a vacuum cleaner. Really nice. I vacuumed my office. That hip adjustment I had yesterday at the chiropractor. When I was like in the gym today, I casually like added a mile to the cycle. Just no big deal. Just plus 1 mile to what I normally do. Whatever. It's pretty cool to be that much stronger. Got a shitload of work done on some secret projects. All in all, man, life's pretty good. Hope it's going good for you. Man, tonight it's gonna be kind of business as usual. Gonna chill back, put in some more progress with Shadow of Mordor. And fuck around with something else later on. It's kind of the usual thing. I will remind Patreon subscribers to make sure you suggest some games for the upcoming sub day. Appreciate y'all. I want to remind y'all Saturday is coming up. I'm gonna start focusing on multiplayer games with y'all on Saturdays. So clear the schedule. All weekend for me, baby. That's all the business. Is that all the stream business? I think so. That's everything. Alright, man. That must mean it's Mordor time. Perfect intro. Alright. Yo, speaking of God Save America, what of you animals, who of you animals on the Infinite Couch watched the Democratic candidate debate just now, right before I streamed? Did any of you animals watch it? I certainly hope somebody did. I did. Zeus says I'm drinking Woodford Reserve again, Dave. Me too, Zeus. I just sipped a little bit just a second ago. Oh shit, the psychic connection. Manic says I saw 5 minutes of it. Nice, well done. Congrats. Congratulations. I know that most people are too cool to pay attention to the political process. It's not as if it determines literally every aspect of your day-to-day life as a citizen of the country or anything. So, I can understand, you know, not very cool. See, like JC, here it is. I'm not interested in watching a bunch of idiots act like they have any idea what they're doing. I know, man. I know. I feel like control of everything should be given to your complete average citizen with no education. Be perfect. Nice. Anyway. if any sane people among you did watch it, I kind of like what Bernie Sanders had to say. A lot, actually. Bernie Sanders has kind of an old school methodology about him. His campaign funds seem to come from individual contributors and shit like that. So Bernie seemed pretty cool to me. Man, I know I change my skin usually, but I've kind of been feeling this Lord of the Hunt skin, so I think I'm going to stick with it.
On winds and waters may you cross, see mountains white and blue, but on your road, let's not forget the love I have for you. Dance on beaches in and forest, sleep in moonlit fields of view. May you cross another golden age, with preciousness free-flowing, with halfling elves and dwarves engage, their wisdom on you bestowing.
Manic says, did we ever end up banging Torvin? I think that the dwarf on, corpse of a human sex scene happened off camera. You know, I shouldn't have brought up the debate. I should have known better. That was my bad. I forgot that your average American is a nihilist consumer. So that was my slip up. I apologize. Alright, so I've successfully mind controlled all the war chiefs, so now I have a main mission to do. I don't really need any intel. Maybe I hit this. Let me grab this artifact and this Atheelden, and then we'll do a bow challenge. You know, we'll take it easy. We'll casually work our way over to the main mission.
Put an early spears can fend off any pride. The archers are running drills today. Hope they've improved from last week. Almost got an arrow in me bloody leg thanks to their dodgy aim.
Can't believe those orcs didn't notice me.
They nailed every target they shot at.
Quality perception. Yo, something pretty cool that's happening is I'm pretty sure that tomorrow Cowboy, Conservative, Bean, and myself are gonna roll up characters for that Advanced Dungeons and Dragons campaign I was talking about. I'm looking forward to that. I forgot that Twitch viewers are actually goblins inside my computer. And why would goblins inside my computer care about the United States political process? That was the error that I made in judgment, and I apologize for it. I'll go on record. You can put that one on the record. Easy. Oh, you know what? I think I remember having spooky things. Yeah, I have some spooky things. Yes. Alright, do I want to save up and go ahead and unlock one of these? Stealth mode. Disappear. Unlimited stealth kills. Unlimited elf shot for 15 seconds. That seems worth saving up to unlock, so I'm just going to save up that extra 400 and unlock that. Alright. Alright. You know what? Let's read a little bit of lore. I actually have a lot of fun reading these aloud. It's like story time with Devo. And it gives me a second to stretch my fingers out, get ready to play here. Pior says Vermintide is tomorrow for me. So Cowboy gave me a copy of Vermintide. Do I get the pre-order early access fanciness because Cowboy pre-ordered it and gave it to me? Or am I shit out of luck because I'm a plebeian who was gifted the game instead of buying it myself? What's the verdict on that one? Cowboy says me purchasing it for you counts as a pre-order? Well. Well. We might be playing some Vermintide tomorrow. Lady, will you play Vermintide with me? I'm sure we could get a handful of people from the Infinite Couch to play some Vermintide tomorrow, right? Cowboy says, not tomorrow. Vermintide beta is the 16th. Goddamn. It's exactly when I say it is, Cowboy. That's when it is. It's when I say it is. Davish says, I'm here to see some Uruk slaying. Patience, my son. Patience. We're gonna slay some lore first, boys and girls. We're gonna slay a little bit of lore first. Let's read about this beautiful blue flower. Aethelos. The ancient Númenóreans were enamored by Kingsfoil, or Aethelos, and its presence in Mordor is no great mystery. The Númenóreans brought it with them when they assaulted Barad-dûr as part of the War of the Last Alliance in Middle-earth's Second Age. The blue-flowered plant has thrived on the continent ever since, and is now employed by remedy makers in a variety of therapeutic potions. More importantly, the commoner can use Aethelos without any knowledge of herb lore by chewing the flower petals to create a numbing agent to apply to sore muscles or wounds. Oh shit, and then Lady very elegantly proves to Cowboy that Cowboy is wrong, and you can play Vermintide tomorrow. Well done, Lady. Well done. Ahab says, is this a lore flower? Yeah, dude, it's Kingsfoil. It's even in the movies. Get with the program, man. Get with the program. Marwen, daughter of Adrahil, is the queen of the tribesmen of Nurnen. In her youth, she dreamed of restoring the Corsair traditions of her people, leading raiding parties as far south as Harad. She was a fierce warrior, and her crew regarded her with awe. After she adopted the infant Lithariel, she settled down to lead her people wisely. Recently, she became haunted by nightmares of the Tower of Sauron torturing her people. Seeking counsel, she turned increasingly to rituals and spent many hours in her room staring into the flames. In them, she heard a wise voice counseling her to seek out the Ringmaker. Only his power could save Nurn. What a hottie. That's the face you want to wake up to day after day. Alright, let's read one more. The iron jaws of Karak Angren are formed by spurs from Mordor's Ered Lithui Ash Mountains and its Eiffel Duath Mountains of Shadow. The solitary gateway between the Valley of Udun to the north and the plateau of Gorgoroth to the south. This pass has been heavily modified to augment its defenses, and its black road has been dramatically widened to prepare for the Dark Lord's armies. Under Uruk's supervision, slaves at Karak Angren have constructed the Gorthar, an oppressive, towering stone and steel monument to Sauron, one paying homage to the Dark Lord's past and celebrating his inevitable victory over the kingdoms of men. Which I destroyed, by the way. I did destroy that.
Freedom!
There we go. A little bit of lore. Slow it down a little bit. Always nice.
If a soft-skin can't live 3 times its body weight, he don't deserve to live.
Uh-oh, incoming lore. Look at the scrimshaw on it, though. That looks awesome, actually. I guess it's like ancient dwarven, like, archaeological artifacts. This carved tusk commemorates the conclusion of an epic hunt. Here we see 2 dwarves. The first is wielding a mighty axe and striking a deadly blow against the giant Mumak. The other, who appears to be his twin, flees from the beast in a panic. The quality of the workmanship indicates that the artist was a master craftsman under the influence of strong ale. Yo, that reads just like a dwarf fortress description. That's so fucking cool.
There, it's finished. A true masterwork. What a fine carving. The front, I etched us killing this here Mumak. And the back, our next prize, the mighty Graug. A beast like that is a hunter's legacy.
Show me the carving.
Isn't it magnificent? Such detail. Look at me striking the mighty beast. Blood everywhere.
And why am I etched running away from the Mumak in terror?
Artistic license, Brother Torvin. If you want to be the hero, I suggest next time you make the carving.
Oh, Torvin's brother made it. Yo, real talk, going back to the debate, even though I shouldn't. Bernie the Bulldog. Looking good, man. Grandpa Bernie. Bernie the Beast.
This Torvin does not seem to know his limitations.
He is not one to wait for his fate to come to him. He rushes to meet it.
Need 7 King's Foil, 7 Aethelus. Yo, I think I can unlock that ultimate ability real fast now. Yep. Uh-oh. So in range mode, I can do the double stick click on 15 seconds of unlimited elf shot. Hot damn. So check this out. Let's talk about this.
Why did you think Tugo got so good with an axe?
There are human beings, right? Twitch users that were so impatient that because I took the time to read 3 pieces of lore left. Now, y'all know me. I'm gonna do the same broadcast regardless of who is here. But I've been kind of thinking a lot about Twitch psychology recently. And think about that. Think about being that impatient. Like, that seems like that would be such a bummer. I feel almost bad. You know? I'm not trying to judge anybody or anything. I'm just like, man.
Come down off that category and fight me face to face.
Calm down. Alright. Let's grab an Ethiopian too while we're at it.
That's slave.
Shreep says Bernie is the shit. Yeah, I'm innately distrustful of really anyone in government. However, you know, Bernie is the only candidate who did not vote for the Patriot Act. And I find myself seeing eye to eye on a lot of things with Bernie, but it's probably because we're both from rural areas. So we're probably going to wind up having the same values.
Nani here, Galar Mordor.
So what is this elf in this etching holding? He's got just a crescent blade, and then it looks like he's going to be holding an axe. On the right, I wonder if that's... yeah, it's got to be more elves because they don't have beards. This is just an elf fucking powwow right here. An elvish carving of a bunch of fucking elves being extremely elfy out here. Overlord says, "Hammer and sickle, comrade." Yeah, we did. Let's run it back. I think Overlords might have uncovered the truth here. This is some elf communism right here before our eyes. Overlords, you uncovered it, man. You're the vanguard. You're Joseph McCarthy of the elves. Gonna be a hammer and sickle, man. These elves, you can't fucking trust them for a second. Hold up just a second here. How's everybody doing as you settle in for another evening on the Infinite Couch? How's everyone doing? How are you feeling? I hope things are going well. Yeah. What's good? Cowboy says, awful. Slept like shit. Yo man, Dr. Deva recommends physical activity and drinking some milk before you go to bed. Post says, I'm tired but entertained. Well, we're all here to be entertained, aren't we? Boo Ball. He does not look like a charismatic guy. Guess I'd have to get some intel on his shameful ass, huh?
What's that smell? It ain't grout blood gone sour, but it's something bad.
I'm not too worried about him. Though, maybe I should try to farm some epic runes. You know? You know? Like, for instance, I could grab this Boo Ball dude and then I could use him to issue a death threat against another captain, and then I could go whip his ass and get an epic rune and maybe farm a couple epic runes. That could be fun. Oh, these guys are extremely observant right here. Their perception's like off the chart. Oh shit.
Thank you, Major. Surround him!
Easy, fellas. Let's think about our actions.
From the side!
The black blood flying out is quite the touch. Oh yeah, we can get a back rub from the slave real quick. Hold up. Could you scratch my back a little bit first, slave? Hold up, hold up. I need a, if we're gonna, could you scratch my back real quick? There it is. Yeah. Alright, hold up. I gotta get a good back scratching here from the slave. Then we'll get his intel. That's crazy, like... Alright, so... You have to be really into the lore of Lord of the Rings to know this, but...
Look, there's been a murder!
Hold on, we got some peasants to deal with. But like, it's an ancient tradition among the humans of Middle Earth to give back scratches as restitution for saving someone's life. It started with men's like initial interactions with the dwarves, and the dwarves can't always reach their back to scratch it. So it's they kind of wrote this into the game as like a shout out to that little piece of lore that a lot of people don't know. I guess he's done back scratching. That's a shame. Alright, give me the intel. Alright, let's get the intel on Boobole the Messenger. This guy looks kind of like me. Look at the cyberbullying going down on the Infinite Couch right now. Tuck it back, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. Alright, so he is vulnerable to ranged. That's pretty rip. He's a good target to actually farm for the rune, because I get to shoot him in the head. So I need to get another captain to put a death threat on this fool is what I want to do, because he's such an easy target. Nice. So let's try to hunt another captain down. And then I'll snipe this dude and get a free epic rune out of his head, basically. Deadpool says you have all the chieftains already. Yeah, I think 5 out of 5 branded war chiefs. Yep, I do. I have to do the main mission to progress it, but I want to try to farm a couple epic runes first because I've never really done it. Bobby says, "Wow, Dave, you aren't streaming Minecraft story mode. I thought you enjoyed quality story games." What's the story about? You see what I did there? What's the story about Minecraft story mode? I literally don't know anything about it, Bobby. Alright. Sorry, I was getting distracted by talking with you little animals. I want to find a captain that's nearby. I guess it doesn't have to be a captain that's nearby, but that sure would be handy. This dude's pretty close by. Pugrish the Coward. Oh, yo, and he's the hella simple dude. He's scared of everything. Alright, I'm going to make Pugrish put a death threat on this dude who's vulnerable to ranged, and then I'm going to shoot him in the head and get an epic rune. Bobby says it's a Telltale game and boy is it great. And the best part, it's only $25. Bobby, I feel like you might be a little bit facetious right there. You wouldn't be doing that trolling thing, would you? You wouldn't do that.
say if you get close to an archer, they're easier to kill. Too bad they never let anyone get close.
Grave Walker ought to come down off that category and fight me face to face.
Well, that was a well-timed piece of dialogue from our Uruk friend here.
What we need is more rain, more thunder. Starvation and torture.
Lady says Telltale released the Minecraft story thing. Same people who did The Walking Dead, Sam and Max, Back to the Future, the adventure story game people. Lady, come on. I know that. You feel me? I got that. But like, what is the story mode that they have scavenged out of a emergent sandbox style game? Also, I'm pretty fucking sure one of the dudes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia wrote story mode, right? Didn't Mac from It's Always Sunny write Minecraft story mode for Telltale? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is it? What is the story? I guess I should play it, right, to find out, but I've honestly, I thought about it and I was like, what could the story mode even be? You know? What up, Crunch? I see that Notorious and Steak are up to their old rigging debate. Did you guys see the YouTube video that Alex Jones posted on his InfoWars channel about the rigging in the Osho chat? I was kind of surprised, like, that it had gotten that much attention, but sure enough, big Alex Jones, he apparently it's got to do with like the reptilians, and like bankers are in there too. Crunch says, just ready to chill. Yeah, I've chilled before. We could probably do that, yeah. Right now I'm chilling and putting some progress into Shadow of Mordor, if you're just joining us. I'm gonna try to find this dude and then use him to issue a death threat to a really easy to kill captain, and hopefully get a dank epic rune off of him. Might not be worth the effort, but I've never really done it, so I figure I might as well try it out. You know, while Minecraft is in the air, some of you will be delighted to learn we're going to be, probably within the week, launching the Osho Minecraft server. I found an admin, so we're good to go there. And it's honestly, I'm really excited, man. It's probably gonna get me back into Minecraft in a serious way. So I hope some of you Minecraft heads are looking forward to it. I feel kind of bad because my homie Zombie actually hooked it up on a Minecraft server for a while, but the people played on it. Then we had like problems with people quitting or griefing. And then it was just like a mess. So it's gonna happen this time, buddy. But I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, if you guys want me to talk more about it, I will. But otherwise, I'll just save it for the post on Patreon. Alright, here's Poogra. She's scared of everything. But I need to dominate him and make him do a death threat for me. Hello.
Kind sir! Why do we have to fight? Fighting is horrible.
Oh, Poogrish. I just need you to issue a death threat for me is all. That's really it, man. Oh, you little bastard. Can't let him go. You out of the equation. I don't want your fucking intel right now, my friend. There's one. Can we get this buddy too? Yes, we can. Oh, that roll over the back. You gotta love it. Alright. Whip Poogrish's ass a little bit. Grab him. And dominate him. Perfect. Now, you can take Poogrish and have him drop a death threat on Booball. Then I'll shoot Booball in his Booball-ulent head and get an epic rune, hopefully. So when you issue a death threat, they get tougher. But they have a greater chance to drop an epic rune. So you got a little satchel. He's still damaged by range, though. He's not vulnerable anymore, but still be able to whip his ass. Especially if... So here's kind of how you can, from what I can see, work all this shit together. So he sends the death threat. He's under my control now. So I can also head in here, right, and grab one of my swagged out war chiefs and actually make them more powerful. By having them come whip Booball's ass with me. So who do I want to beef up? I didn't mean to do that. I kind of like Grublik. Grublik's the homie. Notice that Booball is bragging to other Uruks that Talion personally wants him killed. Ooh. Alright, let's grab Grublik. Ugh, Grublik. And I have to go find his ass to tell him what to do. Let's go tell him what to do. And then we'll go take down this captain and get a swagged out epic rune, hopefully.
Feels like we haven't had a good battle in weeks. Maybe I should challenge someone to a duel. Just to get some practice.
So the Minecraft server is going to cost 420 XP to join.
in that last fight. Can't wait for the
So to get onto the white list, it'll cost you 420 XP. And if you get banned for some reason by the admin, it's gonna cost you another 420 experience points to join the Minecraft server. I think that'll be kind of fun. Here, I'll prattle on about it while we travel here. The Minecraft server, as long as I can make it all work, is gonna have like, it's gonna be set up so that your anti-grief is tied to in-game resources. So, for instance, let's say you made an iron block. It's gonna emit a certain radius of where only you can interact with the block, right? And then better quality resources are going to increase that radius. And, you know, you can do multiples as well, as long as they're within a certain range of each other. Cowboy says, who is the admin? And Devin's actually gonna do it. He's really looking forward to it. That spry young bastard is gonna take care of it. Should I keep prattling on about this Minecraft shit, or is there not anyone really here who would give a shit about it right now?
Who else saw them new tracks? Whatever made him should be hunted down and killed.
Wiki says, in what way will Endevin rig the Minecraft server? Well, that's why we had to keep it away from Steak, because we knew Steak would rig the shit out of it.
Haven't seen our lady in ages. Has he on? Roll back under a rock with all the other maggots. Worst leader we've ever had. Or I down.
There's a artifact around here somewhere. Oh, it's right up here. Nice. Get a little lore drop real quick. This reminds me of the actual septum that came with the collector's edition of Oblivion that I foolishly bought. Merchants across Middle-earth know if it's Gondorian, it's good. They freely accept these silver pieces, known as Castar, as currency, trading them across the civilized realms and with almost all the races of Middle-earth. This particular coin likely made its way into Mordor through that realm's primary trade route, the Sea of Nurnen.
It's good. A coin of the realm. Sure, but it's the coin of Gondor's realm. If you don't want it. I didn't say that, Cap. But how about a few less of these and a little more of that elvish cloth you brought over from Eregion? I think we can do that.
Elvish cloth. What a coward. Who would wear... Wow. Wow. Well, hello there.
Gondor. Uruk do not care for trinkets.
Sauron will use gold to buy allies among the kingdoms of men.
Much like it, neither. What do you think it is?
That's convenient.
Who knows and
Who do we got over here?
Whatever it is.
Bull ball.
Wait a tick.
We need a lot more materials than we got.
So my target's actually right here. I actually didn't mean to do that. So I'm gonna leave now.
Get him! You won't escape! I'll get him!
Didn't quite go exactly how I intended. So that's my quest to actually get Grublik to go kill this dude who's like literally right here. Maybe I shouldn't even bother. You know? It's like, why? Or I could go recruit. I mean, I might as well maximize what I get out of it, you know what I mean? I might as well buff one of my war chiefs there. Just to do it right, you know, even though he's right there, even though it's convenient. The good Hunter S. Thompson said, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. So, you know what, by God, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right as hell.
Something just moved. Over there.
Grublik, 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 Grublik. Crunch says, are you gonna stream any Minecraft though? Man, are you crazy? Of course I'm gonna stream Minecraft. Hell yes. Alright, so I'm gonna command him. So, kill Booball the Messenger for being weak and filthy. Now, let me make sure that I didn't override his death threat. Nope, he's still got the death threat on him. Nice. So now, yes. Now the riot is Grublig versus Booball, and that's the guy I did the death threat on to get the increased chance of the epic rune. Nice. This is actually kind of cool how you can like chain events together to your advantage. It's like once you get this dominate ability, the Wraith becomes this like manipulator from the shadows. It's fucking awesome. Yo, what is the current pillow fight? What's the pillow fight on the Infinite Couch about, real quick? The rigging of the experience points. Yo, man, it's like the casino. No one will ever really know the odds. It could all be Illuminati orchestrated from behind the scenes. You never know. You never really know.
Rangers vow to kill. No, nothing.
Grublik the Flogger versus Booball the Messenger. Now, in this case, I'm gonna kill him because I don't need his pathetic ass on my team. And I hear that he has an epic rune inside of his body.
Well, pluck out your eyes and make you weep blood. I have you right where I want you, worm. Make them
I'll help out, don't worry. Oh, that's the wrong guy, my bad.
You maggot! You have picked me for death? You will be denied.
I was just keeping Grublik honest, you know? I was making sure Grublik knew who was boss, you feel me? There it is. And so that should increase the power level of my Super Saiyan Urukai right here. And he dropped an epic rune.
By the trail of dead they shall know me.
Wait, isn't that a band? And we shall be known by the trail of dead? Or something like that? JC says Grublik is at 20 power, that's the max. Now you tell me, you see? That would have been some good backseat gaming to hit me with, dude. Well, what is the epic? I want to know. Is that another Elven Grace? Oh, okay. Well, that's whack. I'm gonna melt it. Damn. Zeus says, and you will know us by the trail of dead. That's who I was thinking of. You know, this game is just chock full of references, I'll tell you. By the way, we just completed the first hour of the O show. I'm going to stretch a little bit here real quick. Hope you all are doing well. Appreciate you choosing to spend some time chilling on the Infinite Couch this lovely Tuesday evening. If you're a Patreon subscriber, I encourage you to suggest some games for the upcoming sub day O show, and added another gimmick day on Saturdays. We're doing Saturdave, and that's where you play video games with me. Hopefully you'll join us for both of those. Moose says, have you found the Dwarf Fortress reference? Yeah, I just did. The carved piece of ivory. I called it out. Even you'd be proud of me, Moose. Well, that was certainly fun. And look at that. I'm actually closer to the story quest and everything. Isn't it lovely how that worked out? He just cruised right over to it. Well, I grabbed this artifact real quick. Maybe. No, I want to get right to the mission. Get right to it. You're doing good work.
I ain't afraid of no Catagor. Next one I see, I'm gonna learn to ride it. You should be afraid of them. Just one of them could tear you apart.
The Cure. I love that band. Yo, man, give me just a second here. Ninth Gate says, Firefox just crashed all my job applications. And by job applications, I actually mean open Tumblr tabs. Well, that's the resume of the future, is your Tumblr page, right? I actually posted a photograph of myself on my Tumblr today. After Marwyn's possession by Saruman, Lithariel needs your help to find the elixir and heal her mother. If anyone needs something to fap to.
For the well-being of the Queen.
Lady, this does not
Attacking the camp would be ill-advised.
He's on our side. I have no choice, Talion. I need my mother's elixir.
Even the stranger says this is a fool's errand.
I know who she reminds you of, Talion. She is of this world. You are not.
Enough! We attack as planned.
I will take care of the orcs.
We could follow behind unseen.
We get the medicine and we leave.
The White Wizard is taking his toll on the Queen. Only in stealth can we clear a path so Lithariel and her men may find the elixir.
Emotion fogs your way. Risk without reward is recklessness.
This medicine will clear the Queen's mind and lead to answers of your past.
Then may truth justify our alliance with these people.
Alright, so I have to clear areas without getting detected. And my boner objective is to stealth brand Uruk. I can get behind that. Down.
Wait! I saw something.
Give him on the old face high fives.
Must have imagined it. Stay alert, just in case.
Does Talion's pimp hand glow all the time now? The left hand there? I guess technically it's Celebrimbor's pimp hand flowing through Talion, but either way. Ninth Gate says the chat was super silent after Deva says you could find a picture of Deva on the internet. Yo, that's why we have to charge the FAP fee. You don't get that for free.
I don't like the sound of that. I suppose it was my imagination. You still want to fight? I'll fight you.
Nice. We'll stealth brand that archer next.
Oh yeah, there's a crowd. The You can reach the top of Narcos standing straight up. These categories ain't looking for nothing but a
Look at all the guilty consciences on the infinite couch,
You good at hunting down categories?
providing these excuses for why they're not fapping, because they're actually fapping. Look at all the guilty consciences. Oh, I'm not touching myself to a photograph of Devo. Yeah, huh?
He should have seen that ground coming and been ready for it.
Sure. I'm sure you're not doing that.
Pay attention! I'm gonna sit and rest. I'll chop your arms off if you even think about it. Fine, fine.
I'm not 100% on like.
There's no real danger in these parts.
What it means by clear. Like, kill all the dudes? Is that what clearing means?
Nothing but category.
Dude murdering?
Oh, my whipping arm sore again.
Yeah, I could do that pretty easily.
Food around. I'm sorry. A lot more.
Gotta kill all the survivors. Right?
They must know that she will risk everything to protect their queen.
She knows without the keystone, the arch will fall.
Alright, so by clear they mean murder everyone. Gotcha.
Cut him in two before he vanishes again.
Clear, I guess, is the politically correct Gondorian term for kill all the disgusting Uruk filth. That's what they really mean. Clear them. Just clear them. Oh, just clear them out, you know? Clear them up.
Did you hear that? I don't think anything was ever there.
Definitely not, buddy.
If we caught that damn she-slave once, we can do it again. She'll be gutted before you know
Who's ready for some lore? Staff looks pretty cool. All these like props in the lore, the artifacts, I really enjoy them. Some great force rent this wizard's staff asunder. Fashioned from a sapling, this gnarled staff served as walking stick, magical rod, and weapon for a wandering wizard. What became of its owner and how it was broken is a mystery.
Funny thing that they told us their names plenty of times, but we all forgot. To a man, we forgot. It was like they didn't want us remembering. After a while, they were just the two Istari. And sometimes, the big one and the little one. Can't say how I can't remember. I remember the bigger one telling us stories of a goblin city. Of a man who could turn himself into a bear. Of the time when... well, I guess it didn't matter too much to him that some of his stories needed some cleaning up. Or would scare a dead man out of his grave. When the bigger one left, he took his cane. But he left a walking stick behind, with all these little notches cut into it. He was keeping track of something for sure.
Yo, that Hobbit reference though. Man, I gotta be real. I think that Bjorn from The Hobbit, for those of you who are cool enough to have read The Hobbit, Bjorn is probably my favorite character in all of Lord of the Rings. Moose says, wow, chat really is jerking it today, Buzz Tumblr. You mean, reading the beautiful poetry available, right?
Bob's got himself. He's wizards, the Istari. What do you know of them? Is their power greater than yours?
I have not yet been tested against them. Saruman the White is the leader of the White Council. His knowledge of the Rings of Power is deep.
So the Istari, the Istari are superhumans, Super Saiyans, basically. Gandalf is an Istari. Saruman is an Istari, and there are mentions of a handful of others, but Saruman and Gandalf are the two main Istari that you learn about. However, even that term Istari is like, at least in the Lord of the Rings lore, like hella ancient.
Ranger can kill as many warriors as he wants, but we'll always have more ready to fight him.
Jim says, I didn't get the hype, but then I checked his Tumblr and now I understand. What's that supposed to mean?
We need a real fight, so we can show the world we ain't mucking about. Oi, tell us again about how you killed that Ranger filth. Shut your face! I ain't giving you the satisfaction. If you killed him, how come he killed a bunch of us just yesterday? 'Cause he's a ghost. You kill him and he just comes back. You'll see, he'll be back for us all.
So I can just let this Karagor do the work for me, right? Get him, kiddies. But I can't free the slaves from their cage. Isn't that fucked up? I can free the murder cats, but free the human slaves from their cage? No, no. How is the mic volume, by the way? I was watching back some video and I noticed my mic sounded kind of blown out. So I kind of moved it farther away. Should still be plenty loud though. What I'm hoping for is to make the quality a little better. It is a mod mic, so it's, you know, it's definitely got a limit. But I think it's been a little bit too close to my mouth.
When a Karagor can do it in our stead.
Alive? We could do nothing and the weather would probably kill him. That's how fiends some are.
Wiki says volume's a little high, but there's no clipping. Alright, well, here, let me fuck with it for a second while we're talking about it. Alright, what about that? Is that better? Is the volume a little better? I moved it farther away. Let's do some live testing here, boys and girls. Does that sound better? Is that a little more balanced? Is the quality a little sexier? Did it not kill everybody, you fucking weak Aragors? Gotta clean up the job for them.
Thariel's drive is infectious. I can see why men follow her conviction.
Wiki says, my sensitive ears approve, 10 out of 10. Alright, Wiki, if you approve, it's obviously gotta be good. Because Wiki never approves of anything. Except for Bernie Sanders, apparently.
That could survive more than a second of a
So, Infinite Couch. Lurkers. Slide into the chat for a moment for me and share with me the info I'm always curious about. Tell me your setup. What's your Osho setup this evening? You catching an Osho projected on the Jumbotron at a empty Major League Sports theater stadium.
I don't know.
Perhaps you're watching the Osho with your parents in the living room. Maybe you're not even watching the Osho at all. You're actually have the audio in the background to cover the sound of you sacrificing a variety of small animals to the god of random number generation, Nuffle.
I bet you 3 that he couldn't.
Surprised you didn't notice me, my friend.
I see the Ranger. I'm gonna kill him slowly.
Notorious says, tonight Osho is on the main monitor while I browse games on the other. Oh, the main monitor treatment, huh? Shoo, you're gonna enjoy all this, Mordor. So wait, this last area has a
Luga
captain. He has no weaknesses. He's just the badass. So it's kind of cool that they threw a captain in on this mission to mix it up a little bit. I'm digging that. Not that it's gonna make any difference at all. What's up, Luga? That do it? Yes.
Did you find what you needed?
Yes. Take this to the Queen immediately.
I doubt any medicine of men will cure our queen.
Let's hope that it heals your mother.
We found this message. Orc leaders plan a gathering by the fishing village. We can prepare an ambush. I owe you a great thanks.
I'm glad to be of assistance.
We are lucky to have you.
These are not your people, Talion. Remember your wife and son.
Well, I mustn't keep you.
Yes. Every moment is precious.
So I don't want to like complain, but let's be honest, guys. Urukai don't write things down. You guys feel me on that one? Orcs are not known for their letter writing. You know, there's not a whole lot of stationery and pens found among Urukai camps. So, come on. They wrote it down. Wow. Wiki said, the Osho's on my main monitor and I'm looking at various things I cannot afford on Amazon on my other one. Wiki. When you're done having your pity party, make sure you go into your Amazon settings. I think it's amazon.com/smile and set it up so that it automatically donates a portion of everything you spend to a charity of your choice. You little bastard. Manic says, what ship should I use in my FTL game? The NG Donut, otherwise known as the Taurus. JC says, what are you talking about? You've read Uruk Intel off tables. Yeah, but I assume that would be like a crudely scrawled diagram. But as you can see in Lithariel's hand there, that was clearly like a fucking 1800s cursive poem. Like, that this Urukai supposedly wrote down. I'm not trying to be a dick, it's just like, come on, like, the rest of the game's so solid, and then you're like, oh yeah, this one Urukai is actually like Edgar Allan Poe. Alrighty. Wiki says, I didn't know that was a thing. Thanks for telling me I'm on it. No worries, man. Just keeping it in perspective, bro.
Lithariel's strength shines through her leadership.
It's reflected in the eyes of her people with respect rather than fear.
Sorry, I'm kind of having to like wiggle around here to this is weird to say, but I'm not used to having my hip in place, so I'm used to like kind of gangster leaning, and I don't really have to anymore.
Something just moved.
Yeah, this arrow moved into your eyeball.
We're free!
Wait, JC says you can find Poet Uruks? Yo, I was literally trolling. You're telling me that's in the game? That's awesome. I mean, obviously I knew that. That's why I was making the joke, right? Greetings, Minoff. How you doing, my friends? Okay. So what's next? So like, I don't really have, since I've got all the War Chief branded, I don't really have any point to do, like, I guess I could farm the rest of the captains for epic runes. Does that, maybe, alright, maybe I'll try, I'll farm one more Capitan. I'll level up one of my other war chiefs, and then we'll try to farm one more epic rune and see if it's worth it. The other epic rune I got was really good, but you can only run one of it at a time, so I already had it. So maybe I will hunt down a captain to use to do as a death threat. Check out Krook, the defender here. He'll let nothing stop him from charging headlong into a fight. Vulnerable to stealth and mounted beasts, and he doesn't like to be on fire. Okay, let's mark him. And we'll go use him to issue. We'll dominate him and use him to issue a death threat to some other motherfucker that's nearby.